It started on a night like any other, a cold, moonless evening. I was alone in my apartment, the kind of silence hanging in the air that makes you notice every creak and groan of the building. I had just settled into bed, scrolling aimlessly on my phone, when I heard it for the first time, a whisper. At first, I thought it was the wind. It was faint, almost like a sigh, coming from the direction of the window. I ignored it, telling myself it was nothing. But then it came again, clearer this time. A voice. "Help me." My heart stopped. I sat up in bed, straining my ears. Maybe it was someone outside? I live on the 3rd floor, though, so the idea seemed absurd. I hesitated for a moment before walking toward the window, the whisper growing louder with every step. "Please, help me." I pulled back the curtain, expecting to see, well, I don't know what I expected, but there was nothing there. Just the empty street below, bathed in the dim glow of a flickering streetlight. I shook my head and laughed nervously. "Get a grip," I muttered to myself. But as I turned away, I caught something out of the corner of my eye. A handprint, fogged into the glass. It wasn't mine. The handprint was small, almost childlike, and it was fresh, the edges still fading. My chest tightened. I locked the window, pulled the curtains shut, and went back to bed, trying to convince myself it was some weird condensation pattern. But the whispers didn't stop. They grew louder, more insistent. Sometimes they called my name. Other times, they sobbed. Sleep was impossible. I spent the night staring at the ceiling, every muscle in my body tensed, waiting for something. The next morning, I told myself I had imagined it. Maybe I was just stressed. I went to work, tried to act normal, but all day I felt like I was being watched. By the time I got home, the sun was setting, and dread had settled in my stomach like a stone. As night fell, the whispers returned. This time, they weren't just coming from the window. They were everywhere, in the walls, in the air, in my own head. They overlapped, a cacophony of voices crying, begging, screaming. I couldn't take it anymore. "Who are you?" I shouted. "What do you want from me?" The voices stopped. For a moment, the silence was deafening. Then, one voice, clear, calm, and close, spoke from directly behind me. "We want you to see." I spun around, but no one was there. My heart pounded as the curtains billowed, even though the window was still shut. Slowly, as if guided by invisible hands, the curtains parted. And I saw it. A figure stood on the other side of the glass, its face pale and featureless, save for hollow black eyes that seemed to suck the light from the room. It raised a hand and pressed it to the glass, matching the size and position of the handprint from the night before. Then it smiled. I don't remember much after that. I woke up the next morning on the floor, the curtains drawn, the whispers gone. But the handprint was still there. It's been a week now. I've moved out of the apartment, but every night, wherever I am, I hear them. The whispers. They've followed me. And last night, when I looked in the mirror, I saw the handprint. This time, it wasn't on the glass. It was on my skin.